Hi again, Sydney.
Hi.
I'm just enjoying chatting with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been to an onsen in a long time.
Onsen. I have because I love them so much. I mean, okay, within Tokyo, you know there's like onsen in the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are natural hot springs.
And it's called sento, right?
Well, sento is actually the one that's just a bathhouse.
Oh.
Onsen is if it's tengen onsen, like natural hot
springs. Then they say onspring.
Onsen. Onspring.
Onsen.
Although I think onsen is kind of a general term. You can sort of get away with saying onsen, and sometimes it's man-made.
Oh, okay. And there are onsens in the city?
But yeah, so Oedo Onsen, isn't that? I think that's natural hot springs.
Where is that?
It's, where is that?
Somewhere like around
East. It's sort of towards Disneyland, that area.
Oh.
My Hama.
Oh, wow. Okay. And it's got natural hot springs.
Yeah. And so I guess they dig it up from 400 meters underground or something. It's piped in somewhere, but it's properly a natural hot spring, from what I understand.
And they are different than sento? Like the rules and the etiquette?
Well, the etiquette's the same. But sento, so like the real mom and pop sort of places that are in every neighborhood, that's the sento. Like those places have been around since forever, because people used to just take baths.
Yeah.
Every day in those places.
Oh, and that's where they take the bath.
Yeah, so those were like just the simple, some of them are really small, and nowadays they still have them, but you pay 400 yen or something.
Right, yeah.
But sometimes, it overlaps. And then you have the super sento, which are basically a big spa land.
But you still have to, like, wash everything.
Well, yeah, okay, so etiquette.
Your whole body? Oh.
Right, so yes, you have to... Okay, wait a minute. So...
Sorry.
Okay, so etiquette. So you're wondering... but do you like onsen? You've been many times.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like onsen, but I've been a few times.
Okay, you've been coerced.
I've been to... Yeah, I've been...
I see. Well, I like it, but I was noticing after several years in Japan, and I always thought this because in English, the signs inside usually say, please wash your body before you get in the bath.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was always under the impression that you were supposed to wash with
everything.
soap. Like do the full, with body soap.
And I see Japanese women like scrubbing like their arm forever.
Oh, they get really into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, why is your arm really that dirty?
Actually, I don't know.
Have you ever had the ritual and the making it feel good?
Yes, but the thing is, okay, the order, which I always thought was you're supposed to wash, as in with soap, before you get in the bath, because in English it says that. But I just found out recently that in Japanese, it doesn't actually say that.
Oh, okay.
It says, please rinse your body.
Oh, okay.
It's like, o yu de narashite.
Oh, okay.
So it says, please rinse your body with hot water. There's the bucket, the big bucket when you get in, and there's like a sort of pail. And you're supposed to just splash water on yourself.
You don't have to just
soap wash. It's not expected that you sit down and wash your body.
I hear that men don't actually do that too, but all the women do.
No, but are you sure? Because look closely next time.
I'm staring.
They don't. No, they just most people just walk in and they just do a quick splash and then they hop on in. The scrubbing, the maniacal scrubbing that you're talking about does happen, but most people will go in the bath and then once they get out, they'll do the big body wash.
Oh, wow, interesting.
And I heard that, so you soak in the bath first, and it gets your pores opened up and stuff, and then you scrub away, and then it gives you a deep cleansing.
Okay.
But the whole, please wash your body before you get in, I think is
misleading.
Yeah. Because it made me think the whole time, I have to be sure and do, a really thorough cleaning before I get
There's
in.
no need for that. Okay. So just splash
it's just to rinse off the sort of...
Make sure that you're not totally dirty.
Yeah, like sweat and grime.
Yeah.
But you can do the deep cleaning later.
And the heat will take care of any nastiness anyway, right?
But I can see in your face that this is why you don't like it, because you're like, I don't want to sit in a bath with a bunch of people's dirty...
Oh yeah, now I'll definitely not go.
Why would I sit in a bath?
Yeah.
But I'm okay, because it feels so good, and that outweighs any concerns I may have.
Okay. Yeah, they seem really strict too, you can't bring a towel also into
don't bring a towel in, that's another one.
But everyone does bring a towel, but the head towel, the small towel.
You can keep it on your head, but just don't put it in the water.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And I always think like, wait, but I want to dry. Oh, we always get confused. I want to bring the towel because when I get out of the onsen or out of the bath, I'm going back into the dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always dripping. So how do people stay dry?
I think the thing to do is, well, if you're like me, I also just bring my big towel and I just stuff it somewhere. Because I also like to dry off.
Yeah, I always do that or try to do that.
But I think the expectation is that you take your hand towel, which is probably wet.
Yeah.
But you take it and you just wring it out.
And then just like get rid of the extra water.
It's again with the superficial water.
Oh, okay.
You wipe away. And then you do the full dry once you're back at your locker.
And usually there are kind of some towels right inside the dressing room anyway for most people to get, right? Well, with some of them, yeah.
At the nicer ones,
you'd have
the
your
super
own
sento.
separate one. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so if I want to do everything really properly next time, I'll make sure to just do the small towel, rinse it off, and then I can use that to hopefully get rid of excess water.
Yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to go stomping through all wet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in any country that's probably the same.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue, the whole dripping everywhere. I'm like, how do people not do this? And we're not allowed to bring in our towel.
Yeah, it just magically evaporates.
Yeah.
You wring it out and get the droplets off.
Thank
just
you.
Enough.
That's what it is. That's the trick.
But I don't think it's improper to bring in your bigger towel if there's space to keep it. Sometimes inside where just before you get in the bath, there's cubby holes.
Oh, okay.
And people just shove whatever necessities in there too.
Uh-huh.
So I usually just take my big towel and I just put it in there anyway.
Okay.
Because I feel like a nice dry towel afterwards.
And and you should take your towels near you the whole time. Don't leave it at the place where you wash because it's like you're reserving a place, right?
They don't want you to do that. So that's another point of etiquette. It's usually written there, but there's always somebody who's leaving their stuff.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Bashodori. Anyway, don't leave your stuff. No reserving seats. Okay. Because it's rude. Because if it's a busy day, and I've seen this too firsthand. Like there's stuff. Somebody's stuff is everywhere, and there's no place to sit down and do your shower.
Yeah.
So don't do that, and don't do it in the sauna either. So depending on the place, you're not supposed to go into the sauna. You go out multiple times. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
In and out. Rinse off with cool water and then come back in. But you're not supposed to leave your towel or your. Some people bring their own mats, like sitting mats.
Wow. In America, there's just the sauna, right? There's no actual bath that people get into. They're always at the gym. I never go to the gym in America, but.
I didn't really either, except for a few years when I was in high school.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's usually a sauna or a steam room.
Only the steam room that seems to do that. They don't have the baths, right?
And of course, it wasn't naked style.
It wasn't,
You
wrap your towel around your waist.
Or towel, okay.
Yeah. But some of them, I guess.
Although there are there are some natural hot springs
in America
States too.
Yeah.
There's one in Washington State, up in the Cascades, that people often go to.
And they get all naked?
No, but it's swimming suits. So put your swimming suit on.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to do that in Japan. I want to.
There are some places that do though.
Yeah.
Okay, Oedo Onsen, where I mentioned, there's an indoor section, so men and women separate, naked.
Yeah.
And then there's an outdoor place, which is swimming suits.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole section.
I've seen one of those before. Yeah.
That's fun.
Have you ever seen a co-ed one?
The naked style?
Naked together?
Yes, I have.
You have?
I've been in one, actually.
Wow.
A few.
Wow, I didn't know there were so many.
Still. They're remaining. It's sort of
it's an old
It's a sort of dying tradition, but I think there's a segment of the population that wants to hang on to it because it's so unique.
Yeah.
This is an experience.
Where are those ones? Tell me. There was a funny comic, Ijiwaru Oba-chan.
Oh.
And she came home from an onsen and told her neighbor, oh, it was great, it was co-ed. And then he was like, oh, let me go. And he raced his car and he went all the way. And she's like, after he left, she's like, well, maybe it used to be co-ed, not anymore.
But it's people like that guy that make, because don't go there to see naked people. I mean, come on. 99% of the people when I went, and I think this applies across the board.
Co-ed is not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not education.
I know what you meant, though.
Co-onsen.
There's got to be a word.
Anyway,
we'll add that in the...
They had it in Ijiwaru Oba-chan.
What is it? Ijiwaru Oba-chan?
Is the comic. Yeah, it's an old comic.
The old lady who
teases everyone.
Yeah. Not a very elegant translation, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah,
both co-sex.
Yes, both
Co-gender.
both sex. Well, if you get into that, it's going to be like, what do you identify as?
Yeah.
But both types of body, we should say,
Yeah.
physically. So yeah, they have them in everywhere, but I think more common just out in the rural regions,
right.
like
That's why.
Nagano mountain area.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we go? Let's see, what was it?
Nagano and Akita have the
Well,
two
everywhere I think in
genders.
Japan, but just in my experience, been to
mixed
Nagano.
gender.
Yes. And it was white, so the water was white. So once you're in the bath, you can't see people's bits and bobs. I've been waiting to be able to say bits and bobs all day, and I got to say it. People's bits. So most people just go in because it feels so nice, and this is why I love onsen in general. Because it just feels nice and it's relaxing.
It is
it's
so
relaxing.
relaxing though. Yeah.
So I
do
think
like that.
that people, I think the vast majority of people go in just for that. So it doesn't really matter once you're in.
Yeah.
If there's
There's
a
creepy
man or woman.
people. Yeah.
No, but there's there will possibly be the person who has the goal of like catching a glimpse of somebody. But how silly is that? Because
you can just watch TV.
there are ways to research these things.
Yeah.
You can look up on the internet,
Yeah.
like a female body. Like, what's the big deal? There may be that odd character once in a while who gets a thrill out of it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I think most people are shy, not because they themselves are shy, but
for the purpose of other people.
Yeah, they don't want to make you feel shy.
Exactly.
So
I
they'll
totally
avoid
get
eye
that
contact.
feeling.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like,
That's
I don't
what
want to
really
embarrass.
like about Japan.
I don't want you to think that I'm looking at you, so I'm just gonna not look at you.
That's a big thing, a huge thing.
Yeah,
in
I
Japan.
appreciate that.
Yeah. I've gotten to be like way more comfortable in Japan than in America. Like the whole lack of eye contact, just for your benefit.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, I don't want you to be put on the spot, so I'm gonna let you let me avoid you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think it's something that I might miss actually, going back to the States, because people are very.
Next week.
There's a pressure in it. Yeah, right? Isn't there kind of a pressure in America to be the opposite, like to get in people's business in a way? To sort of ask to be real personal right away. Like,
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, to just get over that whole
feeling today.
Yeah, like,
are you okay?
So,
it's like, oh, okay.
Push past the small talk, get right into it. Yeah.
But I suppose in Japan, in the saunas and places, there's always the obasan that.
Yeah. Every time I go to onsen, there's always some obasan. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but anyway, take me, please, to Nagano and Akita, the mixed gender one.
I want to experience
I want to experience that.
Okay. Yeah. It's good.
Thank you.
Oh, and where's that one? No, it's in the movie Terumae Romai.
Oh.
Which, were you in that? Because I was in it.
Terumae Romai?
I feel like a lot of us
Probably.
were in it.
Remember.
It's a movie. There were a lot of foreigners cast in it. I thought, you're an extra.
When was it?
You must
Yeah.
You must have been in it. This was like 5 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
There were 2. Terumae Romai. I had a small part in it.
Probably.
I'm not
I'll
trying
watch
to-
it and see if I'm in it.
You're probably in it. But there's an onsen in there that's kind of famous, I guess. And it's mixed gender, mixed sex.
Okay. So that's how I'll learn where they are.
Yes. And go there, because you can still go there.
Good.
It's a little bit hard to access, though.
I want to be one of the creepy people.
How to? And read the signs, and if it says...
Just rinse off. Don't wash.
You don't have to wash, just rinse. Not that it's bad, you could wash.
Yeah.
It's just extra good.
Yeah.
If you do that. But the further you go into the countryside, I feel like the more it's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a quick rinse.
Cool. Yeah. Speaking of co-ed onsens, I feel like sometimes I've seen, and I've never seen it in America, I've seen co-ed bathrooms too, like toilets. Like one time I went to the toilet and there's a urinal like near the stall, and I was like, oh. And a guy came in while I was in the stall, and I was like, whoa, it's not comfortable.
That seems weird. I would assume that if they make them mixed, then they would make them all stalls to at least keep privacy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Maybe I just went into the men's toilet. I was thinking, no, I'm pretty sure it was actually
weird.
For everyone.
I guess that's maybe a talk for a different day, but
yeah.
I don't like, I never understood, like, why is it or was it okay to just for a man to sort of urinate in public?
Yeah.
Like the whole not like you don't have to feel shy about doing it, but it's going back to like I'm embarrassed for you in a way. Like I don't like. Aren't you embarrassed? It's kind of how I feel.
Better not.
Like,
do you want embarrassing for
you?
you?
Do you want to close the door?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
But I guess a lot of guys are brought up
To
where
be
they
okay
just
with that.
yeah urinate in public. Don't do that. Can you just stop doing that?
Yeah.
I'm for not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's
Thank you.
Let's talk.
So I always say thank you.